Welcome students. This is Seema Gaur from Srimati LP Savani Vidya Bhavan, and I have come with the second part of chapter number 7, Environmental Changes. In the first part, we have learned what is weather, what is climate, what is greenhouse farming, global warming, etc. Now let's continue further. Now we are going to learn about the different gases of greenhouse. The first gas which we are going to learn is methane. The chemical formula is CH4. The massive increase in methane proportion from 315 ppm in the year 1750 to 1764 ppm in the year 2005 was due to the reasons listed below. Now this gas is increasing. The proportion of this methane gas is increasing day by day, and the reasons are given below. Now first reason they have given is the exhaling of animals and metabolism process. So students, we know during the inhaling time we are taking in oxygen, and while throwing out we are throwing the carbon dioxide. This exhaling process of animals and their process of growing, that releases 14 crore tons of the methane gas. Paddy cultivation also releases the gas methane, that is 15 crore ton. And decomposition of the biodegradable waste, that is releases 7 crore ton. Now see, all the things used by human in one day has 80% of air in it. Suppose we are using water, we are drinking water, it also has air in it. We take food to survive, that also contains air in it. A man breathes 22,000 times every day. Okay, and in this way a man consumes 16 kgs of oxygen from the environment per day. In this way, humans are also responsible in increasing the harmful gases in the air. Our next gas is nitrous oxide. The proportion of nitrous oxide has increased from 270 ppm to recent 319 ppm. Chlorofluorocarbon, that is also called CFC. Due to the use of foam, plastic, refrigerators, AC, circuit, aerosol spray, the minute particles that are having the size ranging from 1 micron to 10 micron is known as aerosol, etc. There has been an increase in the CFC. Chlorofluorocarbons are non-toxic, non-flammable chemicals that are containing atoms of carbon, chlorine and fluorine, and they are used in making of the aerosol sprays. Aerosol sprays means that are used in the healthcare, like in disinfectants, inhalers, anesthetic preparation, in the air fresheners. In all that, this aerosol is used. So these are the reasons of increasing the CFC in the greenhouse gas which affects the global warming. As per the resolution passed by the UN on 23rd January 1995, 16th September is observed as the Ozone Day. We know the importance of the ozone gas, right? It protects the earth from the ultraviolet rays of the sun. So to make the world remind for that, this day, the 16th September day, is observed as the Ozone Day. After 1980, year 2007 was the hottest year. We have learned that what is global warming. The increase of temperature of the earth is known as global warming, and it has affected a lot on the environment. So we are going to learn now about the effects of the global warming. changes are observed in the growth and development of the vegetation. Okay, because of the increase in temperature of the earth, there are lot of changes are being seen in the development of the vegetation. If you talk to your grandparents, they will inform you that the quality of vegetation is not as it was during their times. Okay, certain species of birds are now disappearing, like sparrows and vultures. After some years, maybe these species will not be able to we will not be able to see these species of birds. 2000 glaciers of Himalayas have receded, means melted. The snow-covered mountains of Himalayas have started melting, and you can see the picture of the mountains, the glaciers in the Himalayas. In May 2001, you can see the picture, and in 2003, the second picture, and 2006, you can see the glaciers are slowly melting because of the temperature of the earth has increased. There has been an increase in natural calamities like famine, cyclone, excessive rain and floods in the last 10 years. The places receiving heavy rainfall are now experiencing less rainfall. Rajasthan and Dubai experienced heavy rain, and there is scanty of rain in Cherrapunji. Dear children, we know that the natural calamities now they are taking very frequently, like the cyclone comes, excessive rain, flood, famine are occurring very frequently in the last 10 years. And some places they are receiving heavy rainfall which were earlier deserts, like Dubai and Rajasthan, they are the deserts, but now they are receiving heavy rainfall. And Cherrapunji, which was having the highest rainfall, that is receiving a scanty of rain. The production of pulses has gone down. The level of groundwater has decreased. Because of the global warming, the temperature is increasing, and so the groundwater has dried up. The melting of glaciers has increased the water level in oceans. This has aggravated the erosion of coastline. Because of the temperature, the glaciers, the snow-covered mountains that are melting, and that melts and the water goes into the oceans, and this, because of this, the areas near the coastline are submerging into the oceans. Human beings will fall victims to dehydration and malnutrition due to the increase in the temperature. Because of this global warming, the lot of heat is there, and so human beings may fall the victim of dehydration, means loss of water in the body, or suffer some diseases, etc. There will be changes in the cycle of seasons. The characteristics of summer and winter season will change. Maybe that may happen that nowadays we are facing the 3 seasons, like it is summer, winter and monsoon, but these may change, like summer will have sometimes rain and winter also may face rain. There will be heat experience in winter. These kind of changes are being seen during the effects of the global warming. The salinity of the soil in Gujarat will increase due to the increase of 25 centimeter in sea level. There is a marked decline in the agricultural production. The frequency of diseases like cholera, dengue, malaria, yellow fever, swine flu, etc. has increased. The areas near the coast of Maldives, Bangladesh, Philippines, West Indies and Australia have submerged. As I said, because the ocean water is increasing, the coast or some coast they are submerging into the water. According to an institution named Greenpeace, approximately 55 lakhs people living in Gujarat will have to migrate in the year 2100 CE. The flowers are losing their fragrance due to global warming and beehives are disappearing. All these are the effects of the global warming. Dear children, we need to find out how much we are responsible for increasing the temperature on the earth. We are breathing, that time also we are releasing carbon dioxide by using refrigerator, by using television, by starting an industries, factories. We are increasing the pollution in the environment and we are responsible for increasing the heat on the earth. Right? We are using AC, we use the television, refrigerator. By all these means, we are responsible for increasing the heat on the earth. So what can be done to prevent the global warming? Here are the measures to prevent the global warming. Reduce the use of sources that releases carbon dioxide. So we should not use the products which are releasing the carbon dioxide. We should try to use it less. Afforestation and conservation of forests should be done. Means we should plant more and more trees and maintain the forest. We should try to conserve the forest. Growing trees help to reduce carbon dioxide. Okay. When we are growing trees, we are reducing carbon dioxide. We are trying to reduce the carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. Avoid the use of plastics. Plastics creates a lot of pollution. So we should avoid using of plastics. Optimum use of manure and pesticides. Only whenever it is required, and minimum use we should do of manure and pesticides. Adopt organic farming. That is the use of green manure and cattle manure. Means natural manure we should use. We should not use the artificial manure and other artificial products. Add biotics in the food for animals. When we are giving food to the animals, it should be biotic food. Optimum use of household appliances. Proper use of means of transport. Check the growth of human population. That the human population is not much, so the human population should be less. Design the buildings with sufficient ventilation to save electricity. Increase the use of eco-friendly papers. Grow plants and trees around your house. Make optimum use of natural resources. Use petroleum products judiciously. Use water carefully. Practice rainwater harvesting. And increase the use of CNG and non-conventional sources of energy. What are these non-conventional sources of energy? Let's have a look. Here, picture of solar energy, the energy which is produced by the sunlight, the energy of sun, the rays of the sun falls on this solar panel and the heat and electricity is produced. Wind energy, the biomass and the tidal energy. These are the energy sources which can be continuously recharged by the just a natural process, and they are pollution free, and hence we can use these to produce a clean form of energy without any wastage. It can be used as an option for a coal, oil or natural gases. When we are burning these fossil fuels which are non-renewable, once this coal and oil they are used, that cannot be renewed. But by using the non-conventional sources of energy, we can save the earth from the global warming. Do you know that to make 1 ton of paper, 4,400 kW electricity is required, and 30,000 liters of water is required, and wood of 11 trees is required. So what makes it understand? We can understand that by wasting the paper, we are damaging the environment. We have learned in this chapter that global warming affects lot on the environment. Next topic is global policy to protect environment. On realizing that the human activities are the root cause of destruction of the environment, the countries of the world gathered at Stockholm, the capital of Sweden, in 1972. To think of ways to protect the environment, another convention was held at Rio de Janeiro at Brazil. So now, the people who realize that the root cause of the damage in the environment is the human activities. Whatever activities are done by humans, whatever new inventions are done, that is all damaging the environment. So many countries of the world, they gathered at the Stockholm in the capital of Sweden in 1972 to think that what can be done to protect the nature. And the second meeting was held in Brazil. In the meeting held at Copenhagen, capital city of Denmark, in the year 2009, to discuss global warming, it was observed that the developed nations are not accepting the carbon cut. That is the technique to reduce the emission of greenhouse gases. And the developing nations were increasing pressure for the reduction of emission of greenhouse gases. That means in developed nations, there was already a lot of production of carbon dioxide. The developed nations had more factories and industries, and they were releasing more carbon dioxide and the harmful gases. But they were not ready to cut off this. And moreover, the developing nations, the nations which are still developing, they were increasing the pressure of releasing still more gases. Okay. So it was decided to give an aid of $100 billion for the development of developing nations, so that they can use the machines and the products which emits the less gases. In this meeting, 59 research papers from 45 countries were presented, and through it, the leaders of the world were made to think seriously regarding the changing climate. On an average, a citizen in the world emits 4.5 metric ton carbon dioxide. An Indian citizen emits 1.2 metric ton carbon dioxide, and other developing nations release far lesser carbon dioxide gas. Large amount of concessions should be given for development, and more restrictions should be imposed on the countries like USA. As an average, American emits 20.6 metric ton carbon dioxide. As compared to the other nations, a USA citizen emits 20.6 metric ton carbon dioxide. That is a big amount. So there should be restriction made on the citizens on the country like USA, so that the carbon dioxide which is released by each human can go down, and we can have control on the global warming. So that was the end of our chapter. See you with the next chapter. Till then, goodbye.